Can your marriage recover from cheating, from infidelity? My name is Paul Friedman. I'm the founder of the Marriage Foundation, and I'm going to give you straight talk. So there's completely two different answers based on your gender. I really hate to be so harsh in this area, but from our experience of over 20 years, we know what's going on. Now, there are no absolutes in the world. So, I'm going to address the men first, ladies, if you don't mind. If your wife is cheating on you, then the chances for a successful rejuvenation of your marriage very small. And one of the reasons, interestingly, is that even if you forgive your wife for her infidelity, it won't last. And this is very different for women. Women are able to forgive, but men are not. And so it'll linger in your subconscious mind. And when things are going really well, you're going to recall that she was disloyal to you, and your marriage will blow up in your face. Now, that is only if you're even able to resuscitate your marriage at all. Bear in mind, women and men are very different. Men think, women feel. I know it's general, and I know it's not 100%, but for the most part, that's true. Women are more heart-oriented. They're more intuitive. And they move with their heart. They move, unfortunately, too often with their emotions as well. And we could see that in their interactions with each other. And so when a woman leaves her husband, usually she has cut off her heart from her husband and given it to another man. What are the exceptions? Things like she got drunk at a party and ended up having a sexual interaction, but she deeply regrets it, doesn't even barely remember it. Those are the types of exceptions. Now, I still advise men who go through that to study marriage. Find out what they did wrong, because usually the man has pushed his wife away from him. He has been too intense, brutalizing her, yells at her, uses his power that is meant to be protective, but he uses it instead to diminish and control his wife. And that will end a marriage, certainly. Even if it remains together, that's not a marriage anymore. Now let's move over to the ladies. If your husband has cheated on you, I don't care for how long, I don't care how many times, I almost don't care about the nature of the infidelity, the chances for recovery are nearly 100%. I'm not going to get into a huge explanation here in this particular video for the reasons why, but it's not merely a philosophy. We have seen it for over 20 years. Most of our clients who take our course for women, which is what a woman needs to do if she wants to resuscitate her marriage and turn it around, we rarely see a woman fail when she has made up her mind that she wants to keep her marriage in spite of. But I'm going to give you a little bit of insight. Men marry women for one major subconscious reason. Subconscious. They are effectively searching for, and when they marry you, feel that they have found a source of unconditional love. Because men aren't tied to their hearts the way a woman is. So a man is searching for that. Not all men, obviously. There are men who are monks who have that relationship with God, but they still need that unconditional love. Because men aren't so tied to their heart. The last time they had unconditional love was when they were babies. Once a woman starts playing games, not necessarily intentionally, but starts playing games with their husbands, which almost all women do in our society because they're mistaught about how to behave in a marriage, they push their husbands away. An example. You complain. Now you may say, well, sometimes I should complain. And I say, why? When has your complaining ever brought your husband to a place of greater understanding or motivated him to be a better husband? It doesn't work. So you may say, well, I should complain. I have good reason to complain. Sure. On your side of the fence, perhaps. Unfortunately, the effect of your complaining isn't to get what you want as a result of your complaints. It merely pushes him away. From his point of view, you're bitching and moaning at him. Now, on a micro level, I can say to you the old adage, you get a lot more with an ounce of sugar. Is that how it goes? Anyway, you can do that. But know that complaining is just part of life in the modern marriage, which is why modern marriages fail left and right. Another way you push your husband away. Arguing with him. He didn't marry you to compete with you. He married you because if you loved him unconditionally, remember why he married you. You would be supportive. But you haven't learned these things, and you haven't learned how to redirect the energy, how to get what you want without being crude, rude. And the last thing you want to be to your husband is crude and rude. You want your husband to feel loved, supported, that you're unbelievably loyal to him, that you unbelievably love him. That's what he wants. He's not getting it. So what does he do? In desperation, and I'm not trying to be melodramatic, but in a form of desperation, he is still seeking that which you're not providing, and he goes off the tracks. And he seeks companionship, loving companionship, somewhere else. He's not going to get it. Once in a great while, he will. But remember, if he's getting it from a home wrecker. So again, in his subconscious mind, she's not the one. But you were. You were the one. And so you can be that one again. You can heal this marriage. And we see it all the time, day in and day out. It's what we do. And if your husband is cheating, it's not enough. Don't get one of my books, which lays out how marriage should look. They're great books. You could check the reviews with Amazon and Barnes & Noble and see they're amazing books. Everyone agrees. But if you're at this stage where your husband is cheating, don't get the book. Get the course for women so that you can take a step-by-step process that will bring your marriage back together. I have 20 years of experience doing this. We, the Marriage Foundation, because we have counselors who help you too. But you can. I want you to know there's no uncertainty here. And so we back up our course with a 90-day guarantee. Do we occasionally have people who ask for their money back and get it? Absolutely. Because we want everyone to try. No one on this planet, including you or me or anyone else, can specifically tell you what's going to happen in your marriage. But for us, it's a mechanical process. It works like mathematics. So if you do what you are guided to do from the course, it will save your marriage. Are there exceptions? Not many. Our success rate is like 97, 98%. Some months it drops down to 96. Some months it's 99 and 100. But 97 is a good number. That means the chances for you saving your marriage because your husband has cheated on you is phenomenal. Now, if you're a woman and you want to save your marriage, but you're the one who has cheated on him, you need to write into us. And we'll tell you what the exceptions are. I don't want to make that so public. It's tough. Some women cheat on their husband. They tell their husband 2 years later because they're mad at him and they rub his nose in it. Not a good prognosis in those cases. Now, some men are feeling guilty about having cheated on their wife. And they tell their wife. There's some interesting variables, and we'll give you our opinion based on our experience, not on some philosophy or crystal balling it. We don't do that. We have a very rigid set of principles that we go by, including in how we heal the marriage. I'll tell you right now, you got married in order to be happy. That is our priority. We recognize that marriages are built on the foundation of unconditional love. Principle number 2. And there's a lot more principles. I'm going to leave you on this note. I hope this was helpful and useful for you. If you like the sound of things, then you can sign up, subscribe to the channel. You could share this video. Don't share it with your spouse. Don't do that. You could leave a comment. And most of all, I offer you our blessings to you, to your spouse, and to your family, and our prayers as well. All right, God bless.